Hello everybody. This will be my first time reading from my book Chasing 22. Available on Amazon. You can decide for yourself if you want to buy it after I read from it a little bit. So let me just start off. I'm just going to read and then I'll give you the context about why I'm reading from this and drop some mind bombs on you, I hope. This is from page 6. The punch you don't see is the one that knocks you out. By having a very clear understanding of what free will is not, we gain a huge advantage over our minds. This requires a dramatic shift in thinking, but lack of knowledge is the proverbial blind-sided punch that puts most of the population on its back. Upon understanding every facet of the actual problems regarding free will, you will become disturbed, but you will also see the punches coming and thus be better prepared. Along the journey, you will learn a tremendous amount of practical information about yourself and the world around you. I certainly recognize that statements arguing against free will sound counterintuitive. But was quantum physics intuitive? Do the interactions of electrons consume your conscious awareness at any given moment of the day? Yet it is the undeniable underlying reality in which we participate. To discover that claim, right, and this whole realm of quantum physics for that matter, we needed the right questions and the right technology. Today, we have impeccable tools to probe the human mind, body, and world around us. However, very few are asking the right questions. Even fewer are willing to implement pivotal knowledge gained from objective science. How can an individual or society make progress if our ambitions are relegated to fantasy and our minds subject to complacency? Again, if we can't even see the punch coming, how do we prepare for its imminent impact on our lives? And I have a quote from The Truman Show with Jim Carrey, where Christof says, "He can leave at any time. If his was more than just a vague ambition, if he was absolutely determined to discover the truth, there is no way we can prevent him. I think what distresses you really, caller, is that ultimately Truman prefers his cell, as you call it." Truman, played by Jim Carrey, was the unknowing prisoner born into a bubble-like world. In order to break free, he had to become a true man, thus the name Truman Show. After 30 years of monotony, Truman's questions and careful attention to detail allowed him to face his fears. Soon, he was face to face with the inconvenient facts surrounding his existence. Like Odysseus, he survived the proverbial storm at sea, and his battering from the quote-unquote man in the sky, due to his persistence, was well rewarded. His hero's journey complete, he quite literally exited the stage to a standing ovation. Then I have a quote from the Gospel of Thomas. "The seeker should not stop until he finds. When he does find, he will be disturbed. After having been disturbed, he will be astonished. Then he will reign over everything." So, what's the deal? Yes, I am making a claim that we need to investigate this concept of agency in the world. And the reason why I put out in part 1 and in a live seminar, concepts of free will, and why I stomped my feet in the second seminar about how to start your day, is I really am making the claim that if you want to talk about changing this thing, your mind and your body and your behavior, that's really the best time to do it. Because the rest of the day, I assure you, you're walking around like an automaton. And this is based on biology. This is based on how the brain is wired. This is based on chemistry, okay? This is based on what we know is happening genetically. So this is a larger topic, and that's why I wrote a book about it, and it's a well footnoted book. But please understand that my sense of urgency on week 2 about starting off your day with these 15 minutes or 30 minutes, I couldn't have made it more important. Okay, this is the time to get out of your own way. This is the time to practice attention. And I make the argument to do the breathing work because breathing is the thing that most people need to practice most in society. We are a seated society, and improper breathing patterns map onto a tremendous amount of problems, digestive disorders, anxiety disorders. We know that it maps onto certain diseases. Okay, lower back pain, hip dysfunction, knee issues, okay, neck problems, along with your cell phone, doing this all day with your cell phone. Practicing good posture and good breathing and using attention as the tool to create its efficiency in what we're asking to breathe into the diaphragm will only yield incredible results over time. The point of the seminar on Sunday was not to go into so much detail about how to meditate, but was more about creating the correct environment about how to start your day and why. We did 8 weeks of how to meditate, each one 90 minutes. And like I said in the other video, people continue to tell me the benefits that they're reaping from that. But this is not based on a belief system. If there's one thing that we should hold sacred, it's the human mind. Okay, anything else that you want to hold sacred, you're going to tell me some belief system, and probably based on bad evidence. We don't need bad evidence in order to have understanding about why this thing needs to be held sacred, because it is the one thing you've got. Your mind and your body are the one thing you've got that you know for sure, and yet we do a piss poor job at taking care of it. I'm asking you to create a sense of urgency to take care of it,